This week, the NBA Finals rolls on. Big 12 hoops, one-star World Cup encounters, and a five-star elite baller headed to BYU next year, and most likely the NBA draft in 2027. The NBA draft lottery, in fact, in 2027. Bruce Branch III stops by the One Star Studios. Enjoy this episode.
My San Antonio Spurs are back in it, and there's no better place for Spurs gear than our partner, Homage.com. Hoodies with one of the sickest logos in sports, Wemby soft tees, NBA Jam Spurs t-shirts, all available at Homage.com. This has been a great NBA final, so go get that Spurs gear at Homage and be sure to click the link in our show notes to help support your favorite podcast, One Star Recruits.
This is Bruce Branch III, and I'm on here with One Star Recruits Podcast.
Yo, yo, yo. Aloha. Welcome to the One Star Recruits Podcast. Checking in at 193. Feeling good. Feeling high energy. We're here with you Monday night post NBA Finals. Coming right out and swinging it when we're watching hoops because it's fresh in my head. We'll keep it to the second half of the podcast, Rip. Some NBA Finals take. It was another great game at Madison Square Garden. A really fun watch. Lots to touch on. We'll say that for the second half because we have Bruce Branch coming by the third to talk a little bit of hoops. He'll be another one of those guys, Rip. We had the Thompson brothers. One Stars have heard it before. We get these guys pretty early. He was in Leon, Mexico recently, balling for USA. Took a tough L to Canada. Kind of an unheard of L, actually. This team doesn't lose that often, Rip. But a tough L. But Bruce balled out. Good numbers, double-doubles all over the place. So we'll talk to him. You feeling good, Rip? You got it off your chest? We got another, really, this guy could go top 3 in the draft next year.
It's been great, DK. If you look at this upcoming draft, we had Darius Acuff and Malik Thomas, both Arkansas Razorbacks, are definitely going in the first round, both of them. So year after year, DK, the one-star recruits have proven, just like Bruce Branch proves that he can shoot and rebound, the one-star recruits prove that they can get lottery picks on the podcast. It happens all the time.
There it is. Still doing legendary stuff. No, it was good. He's a cool guy. Arizona ties. That's how we do it. We bring back our Arizona roots. Tempe stand up. Perry stand up. Big Perry. Perry, basketball powerhouse. I talk about it in the interview. Just really impressive. The state of Arizona. Koa Pete, teammates at Perry, a couple championships with Bruce. Koa Pete, by the way, Rip, you'd like to see him in a Phoenix Suns jersey. Does that sound nice to you? Keep him in the state, just out of curiosity. Have you thought about that? Has that crossed your mind?
Maybe if we can get him in the second round. I just don't think he has much upside. I watched him at Arizona. He was kind of waffling to whether staying in college. I think staying in college would have done him well for another year. He shouldn't have came out.
He's a great athlete. He'll get in that. Miami Heat is the team for him. Get him a little Heat culture, and he'll be a surprise, I think, to a lot of folks with the NBA athleticism that he has. Arizona guy. So all kinds of stuff we talk about in the interview. Stay tuned for that. Before we get there, though, BYU was where he's headed, and I want to touch on BYU because it's interesting, to say the least. The emergence of the BYU sports programs, but in particular, this men's basketball program over the years has been very fascinating and impressive in all of college hoops. They have a couple things that teams need. And I'll touch on it, Rip. You'll know it immediately when I say it nowadays to become elite pretty quickly. But they're playing in this Big 12. It's the toughest basketball conference in America. Is that fair to say? That's fair to say at this point in time, right?
SEC might have something to say about that. But yeah, Big 12 has been looking good for a while.
Nevertheless, though, this BYU squad has kind of came in and done some new stuff. So basically, I want to talk about first transitioning to an NBA blueprint. A minor league system, like for real, that BYU embraced pretty early. It was Mark Pope, who's now at Kentucky. When he left in 2024, rather than like going old school again, like the Sun Devils are doing, staying in the college game and kind of staying in yesterday's news, they went NBA style. They went in, they went bold. They got Kevin Young, Phoenix Suns guy. He relies heavily on analytics. He's a spacing dude. He's just also just this. He can see the future. He's the AI of basketball. And that combined with a nice little recruiting explosion, Rip. They got a bunch of 5 stars. We'll talk about them who all kind of wanted to come at once. That helps too. like momentum is helpful when you're trying to recreate a college basketball program to become elite pretty quickly now. And then the X factor, besides Kevin Young, and I don't want to sleep on Coach Young enough in kind of why this is happening too, because systems is everything in college basketball. Ryan Smith, that's the X factor. So you need a good head coach, young guy who gets it, and you need a billionaire. That's the combo. Mom, Ryan Smith owns the Utah Jazz. He's a booster at BYU. He's an alumni at BYU. He's a billionaire founder of a company that was called Qualtrics. I always say that wrong. Nevertheless, he's been the guy. He's the guy who says, we want X, Y, and Z. We want AJ. We want, I'm sure, Bruce. Rip, your guy, Igor. Tell the listeners a little bit about your guy, Igor.
BYU has had a 5-star recruit for 3 straight years now with Bruce. Igor was first a couple years ago and ended up as the 8th overall pick for the Brooklyn Nets, doing well, averaged 10 points last year, shot 40%. He kind of started this whole thing off from Russia. He kind of started this whole thing off, and now the blueprint's there. Igor, first-round pick. AJ, first-round pick. Bruce, going to be a first-round pick next year.
Richie Saunders, you'll hear that name. Robert Wright the third. We got the thirds all coming to Provo next year. Point guard who transferred from Baylor. He'll be another one of those guys. It's going to be a fun team to watch. But the rich get richer in this space when you have the combo of the billionaire, the coach, and then just the facilities and then the team environment that says, you know what, this is going to be important to us. And you can feel my energy a little bit, Rip. I'm talking directly to your alma mater, Arizona State University. I think is going the opposite direction. And you look at teams like this going in the right direction. You know, there's teams in Utah that are not. The Utah Utes, I think they were 2-16 in conference last year. Kansas State haven't figured it out. Oklahoma State can't figure it out. There's lots of teams that still can't figure it out either. So, I mean, just big hand clap for that and keep an eye open. As far as Bruce is concerned, we talked about Perry High School. We talked about Koa Pete. We talked about his hometown identity in Arizona, which we're so proud of for these young guys to be representing the way they are in terms of just really coming out of the Southwest. Rip, I never heard of any basketball players growing up in Arizona, in Utah, in New Mexico. It was unheard of. It was LA, it was New York, it was Chicago. So it's great, I think, for the kids. Now as a father, I love it. I love saying, look at this guy. He's from our state. You know, it's pretty cool. Before we get to the interview, though, Rip, one thing, we do the NBA comparisons. Everybody hates it, but I think it's fun podcasting. You see any NBA comparison in this dude. He's big. He's 6'7". He's a big wing. He's what every NBA team is looking for.
I think he's an old soul. I like that I can have a conversation with him about 1990s R&B, as you'll see in this interview. I think it's nice to be able to mention Jodeci to a 17-year-old, and he'll know what I'm talking about. But player-wise comparison, the first one that pops into my head is Mikal Bridges of the New York Knicks, starter in the NBA Finals. Just a great wing, a great three-point shooter, can rebound a little bit and play defense. I mean, but Bruce is his own guy. He's one of those guys that's going to kind of pave his own way, and he's malleable. I think his game is going to transform over the next 12 months. So he's going to be a different player in a year than he is now, and I think you're going to see him go top 5 next year.
It's good takes, Rip. The evolution of the athletes. We're watching Wembanyama in the finals. It's a different style of athlete. We're talking about a dude here. I mean, Dylan Harper, young guy. That's a tougher comparison, but a silky perimeter shooter who also has this like second bounce energy that can really pop up. And then you always the lockdown defense with these athletes is hard at the end of the day. And from this interview, you can tell that this dude has it. Enjoy this interview with our guy, Rapid Rewards, Bruce Branch III.
Now joining the One Star Recruits podcast, we have an Arizona Hooper, an incoming BYU Cougar, a 6'7" big guard checking in from León, Mexico at the Team USA AmeriCup tournament. Bruce Branch III is on with the One Star Recruits. Thanks for hopping on, Bruce.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, we're going to get into some Team USA business and some BYU stuff in a minute, but I'm curious about something with you because I've heard you reference Penny Hardaway as an influence in interviews. And I also see you on Instagram singing like old school R&B songs. I'm just trying to understand how someone born in 2008 is so down with like 1990s and early 2000s culture. Are you just an old soul or what?
Man, my entire life, my mama has put me on to music, to players. Uh, Shoot, my first jersey was Hardaway, so I mean that's just crazy to think about. No, she put me onto all of my R&B music I listen today. All I listen to is R&B music. I'll rarely listen to modern music like Drake, but listen to a Tribe Called Quest. You know what I'm saying? So
Chill vibes. Yeah, it makes sense for your basketball game, actually, now that I think about it. Smooth. Nice, man. You're down in Mexico. Rip mentioned it. Major props on a double double last night, by the way, getting the dub over Mexico. Pretty balanced squad. We watched a little bit of hoops. It was fun to watch. Arizona, though, our hometown, it's representing. You're one of three players on the roster for listeners who don't know. Darius, Diggs, actually, both from AZ as well. It's got to be a source of pride from you guys. It's got to be something that feels really good. What's the secret sauce lately to good basketball in Arizona?
man, well I will say the training, Move Performance, go check them out. I've gained I've gained 25 pounds in just 8 months, I believe. They had me training. I was training with Tony Miller out there. Honestly, it was just stacking days. I would train every single day. I wouldn't even look at rankings. I would just, keep working. As a matter of fact, my eighth grade year, I did homeschool online just to train and just get better and just stack days. So my typical day would be I would wake up early, 8 a.m. I would do online school all the way through 11. I would go to training at 1 with Move Performance. It'd be weight training, and then I would head to team meal later around 4 p.m. Those are my days every single day, and it just got me better, got me stronger, mentally, physically. So honestly, that's the secret over there for me.
It's a lifestyle out there in Arizona. I mean, it's also 110 degrees out for 3 months, so easy to get inside and get your work on. But you're right, man. I just listened to Joe Alexander break down becoming an NBA player and the amount of hours put in just all the small details, and it's happening younger and younger. Thank you for representing for Arizona, man. You don't think it has anything to do with the hot weather, the outdoor courts, the good Mexican food?
Nah.
None of that. None of that. All right, fine. We'll take it. We'll take it now. Respect, respect. So BYU Cougars, a fun place to land. We would have loved to keep you in the state of AZ, but also very interesting sports state going on in Utah. Tons of cool stuff going on across different programs. You've been in Provo for a month before heading back over to Team USA. First impression so far, Provo, Utah.
Man, honestly, like even back to my visit when I went there, the people and just the environment, everyone was so respectful, so kind. Everyone was just, making each other a better person. And even now, I feel myself, growing closer to God and becoming a better person because, my mom always told me, treat others how you want to be treated. And I see it. I see it all in Provo. And this is for them. This is for all the people in Provo for everyone who believed in me. This is ma mainly for Provo and for BYU and all the ones who poured into me and stuff like that. So I'm happy to be here. As a matter of fact, it was my mom's first birthday, in Provo, so I had to get her a little surprise. Actually, there's like a little video I did find it on YouTube. Just that, just they're doing that for me. It's just a lot of things like that. The people out there, it's amazing, and it was perfect. It was the perfect option. I'm glad I chose BYU. So I'm excited for this year.
We've heard that before. We heard that with AJ. We heard that on the pod here with Jimmer when that basketball program was kicking. Now it's pumping, man. I mean, year after year, top guys. You're next on the list. Up next, coming in, man. Really, really cool breakdown. I have Rip. Do you have a question from your neighbor though? I see this popped up. You want to get it in here real fast?
Well, really, it's like I think Bruce, you just kind of getting started there, but that BYU fan base like extends so far beyond Provo too. I live in Long Beach, California. I have a neighbor on my street who's in his 70s, wearing the Cougars hat, like wearing a BYU hoodie, watches all the games on that network, and So for him, like I just want to ask you for diehard fans like Dave Thompson in Long Beach who might be a little unfamiliar with your game, how would you explain what they're getting with you coming to Provo?
Oh yeah. So for me, I could play 1 through 4. I mean, wherever a team needs me, I can handle the ball. I can make plays. If not, if you need me to come off, off ball screens and stuff like that, I could do that too. So I'm really, I'm just really versatile. I can do everything. I like to rebound. I like to rebound and push. I like to make plays for others. Shoot, if I got to create a shot for myself, I will. But at the end of the day, I want to win. And whatever I got to do to do that, I will. And it doesn't matter what it is. I want to win.
1 through 4. Get ready, Dave Thompson and Long Beach. Dude, we play a quick game. Thank you for the breakdown on Provo. Everybody's very excited about you going there, man. Great choice. Going back to Arizona, we play a quick little game. How Arizona are you? We usually do hometowns. We'll kind of do the state though, because you're a diverse dude. You ready?
I'm ready.
Little known fact is that your mom, happy birthday, mom, by the way, played at my alma mater, NAU in Flagstaff, Arizona. A beautiful slept on city, by the way. If you have not been to Flagstaff, put it on your map. Go see the Grand Canyon, go to the Four Corners, make it a weekend. She had a bunch of games at the Sky Dome. It was an epic Sky Dome, is what we called it, where we played all of our sports. You've played some crazy elevations already recently. Colorado Springs for the training center is kind of nuts. I think it's 6,000 feet. Provo's at 4,500. You're in Leon, Mexico. I think it's almost 6,000 feet there. You're giving your lungs a real run, bro. Flagstaff, though, has all of those beat. Can you give your best sketch of the elevation in Flagstaff, Arizona, where your mom played ball?
I want to say, was it around 5,500?
Dude, 7,000.
What?
7K, 7 racks. Yeah, that's why a lot of people go do cross country long distance training up there because of that elevation in the mountains. That's why you guys got those good lungs. Can you feel it? Can you feel it in Mexico right now?
No, not really.
I think you're used to it by now.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna.
Yeah.
It's
I
in
think
the
it was
DNA.
Colorado. I really thought it was Colorado. And then I trained in Provo for a month, so I was already good, to be honest.
Strong lungs. Good AZ knowledge here so far. I mentioned AZ as a hooping state. It's becoming better and better, putting out a lot of pros, NBA guys. Can you give me 5 current NBA players who played their high school ball in Arizona?
Cody Williams,
Yep.
Jalen Williams,
Check.
Oh, easy, easy. Got the brothers right away. Two down.
Team. Let me
Millennium.
think.
How about Millennium? Think Millennium.
Millennium? Hold on, I might sound dumb, but
Denver Nuggets.
Guest on the podcast that you're on, Jerron Holmes. I'm gonna give it to him, Rep.
ooh,
Jerron Holmes. We got
that's my
DeAndre. We
bad.
got Marvin Bagley, Ty
Marvin
Washington.
Bagley. I
Let
forgot
him go.
about
Let him get one more.
Bagley.
Let him go. He's got it.
Yeah, I gotta get this last one.
Former
Hold
number
on.
one overall pick.
Number one pick?
Number one overall. Played high school in AZ a few years ago.
Did do the Suns a
I,
little dirty,
yeah, high
Rep.
school, not college. I'm thinking college wrong. Let me.
He did go to college there too in Tucson.
Hold on, wait. Dalen.
Dalen's one.
Yep,
Yep,
yep.
Dalen for sure.
Dalen's
Dalen
one.
D. Terry.
I was talking
DeAndre
about the
Ayton is
yeah.
who Rip's digging for. DeAndre Ayton, number
I
one
thought
pick.
about him. He played high school in AZ.
Yeah, he went
AZ.
to
I
what was the prep
didn't know
school out
that.
there in Phoenix he went to.
Oh, you can't drop it and not have the knowledge, Rip. Get your notes right, man. Unbelievable. Dude, Phoenix is a beautiful city, but my family who still lives there complains about traffic. That's the new complaint. Traffic. It's too big.
Graphic?
It's grown out of its shoes. Can you name 5 of the major freeways that run through the Phoenix metropolitan area?
Oof. My mom knows this more than me. We're gonna see if I know. Shoot. Is the 202 one?
Yep.
Yep.
One.
Got the 202. That's pretty much the only freeway I be on.
I'm gonna give them to you. I-10, Loop 101, 60, I-17, Loop 303. You know what, bro? You're focused
I've
on
only known the
strictly hoops.
60 and the 202. It was over after that.
Yeah, Bruce A driving. He's driving to the rim to dunk. Okay, that's what's happening with Bruce there. Nice, man. You're definitely AZ. Give me your favorite restaurant in AZ. Favorite place to grab.
Papados.
That was easy. What's your order?
Do you know the garlic bread with the cheese? What's it called? It's like garlic bread and there's like a I forgot what it's called, but the
That's enough to
cheese
get
and
people started at Papa Do's. Just look for
yeah,
garlic bread,
there's
and then
like
there's more.
shrimp, crab, and everything in there. That's all I get there. You guys, my mama.
Yeah, that's like the garlic. It's like the garlic toast. Yeah, go there, get that. Anything that starts with garlic bread, get it. Thank you, bro. Arizona representing.
DK, we're one stars. We were hoping you'd say Filiberto's, but we could get that on the next one. Bruce, we end every interview with the segment we call 1 star to 5 star. We're trying to get better with advice and tips from every guest we have on this podcast, like yourself. So I just want to close it out with a few questions that run the gamut on the 1 to 5 star scale here. You ready?
All right.
All right, the BYU hoop schedule has not officially dropped yet, but we know it's going to be loaded. I think you'll be at the Maui Invitational for Thanksgiving. There's going to be a huge Big 12 conference slate in early 2027. And you also get to play back in Tempe versus ASU. What would you say is a 5 star venue or arena that you're looking forward to playing in the most? And you can't say Marriott Center because we already know that, but a 5 star venue you're looking forward to playing in.
That was exactly what I was gonna say.
Got you. Nice, Rip. We've been doing this for a while.
A lot of
Honestly,
good Big 12 road trips out there.
I'd honestly say ASU. I mean, that's my hometown. I feel like everyone I know will, pop up and see me play. I feel like that would be a dream of mine. I got some haters back in AZ. They gonna probably pull up to my game, get to show
Get your
them what it
tickets,
is.
haters.
So I'll probably say ASU.
We know there's going to be more BYU fans than Sun Devil fans
No,
at
no,
that one,
no.
right?
Get your tickets. Go Devils, man. That's going to be the battle. Let's go. Get your tickets.
All right, let's get into this, DK. I told you I wouldn't do this again, but Bruce, we do a 1 star nickname game. As far as I know, do you have a real nickname, like an official nickname? Because I haven't really seen much out there. What do you go by, or are you still working one? Because I got some ideas for you.
I don't know Crouch from my high school. He gave me this. So my name is Bruce Kenneth Branch III, so they call me BK. Everyone calls me BK.
Mm.
And
BK.
so I just went with it. And I've never had a nickname ever in my life from kindergarten to whatever. But that my sophomore year in high school, he started calling me BK. I was like, that has a ring to it.
All
So I
right.
just started going by that.
Well, you're at
I,
the right place because we got a couple ideas here. They might be 1 star, but that's for you to decide because we play a nickname game sometimes where I go to AI and I type in some info and they spit out nicknames for you. So I got two from AI and then I got one from me. So I'm gonna fire them at you, and I need to get your rating on a scale of 1 to 5 stars of these nicknames because BK is all right, but if you're going to the Big 12, we need to maybe step it up a little bit. So I'm gonna fire these ideas at you. All right.
All right.
All right, let's start with AI because these are probably better than me to be honest. But number one, AI. I think there was a movie like probably the year you were born with Jim Carrey, and it was called Bruce Almighty. That's what AI came up with. Bruce Almighty. What do you think about that? 1 to 5 stars.
Bruce Almighty.
I gotta watch that
I
movie
like
again.
that movie. I'm gonna give it a 4 stars because I like the movie.
not
Okay.
bad. Not bad.
Not a basketball movie, but we got 4 stars anyway. All right, next one here. You're Bruce Branch the third. So AI came up with they spit out the third degree. How about because your defensive, your defensive prowess, and they call you Bruce Branch the third degree. What do you think about that?
As a 1 star.
That's a reach. Yeah,
I
that's a
agree.
reach. Throw it. Throw it.
AI
What's
can
yours?
cook.
Yours is going to be the worst. I know
All
it.
right, the last one here. So we got a 4 star and a 1 star. Mine that I came up with is hear me out here. It's rapid rewards. Number one, rapid rewards. You're coming to Provo. You're gonna pay off right away. I know you're gonna have success from the day you start there. And also, Southwest Airlines, their frequent flyer program is called Rapid Rewards. Southwest, big airline in
Oh,
Utah, big airline in
partnership.
Phoenix, big NIL partnership with
I see
Southwest
that.
Airlines, possibly. Rapid Rewards. How about that as a nickname? 1 to 5 stars.
Just because I like you, I'm gonna give you 5 stars.
Yeah, it's just because he likes you. It's kind of bad, but also you mentioned the money, and I said, "Ooh, that could work, Riff. That could work."
I think we might be sticking with BK to here, but maybe another fail by me. But
Facts,
Yeah, I
facts.
all
think
right, let's
BK.
close it out. We can close it out with maybe a little shout out, a little more AZ love, and maybe a little bit of flowers because you already mentioned you trained at Move Performance and the Garage with Tony Miller. I grew up a mile from there over at 40th Street in Southern, and those hot days in the gym in Arizona, I know are no joke. I know you credit a lot of your development and the sweat you put in with Coach Miller. What's a drill that he put you through that was brutal at the time in those hot summer days, but also that made you better?
I remember this so vividly. So I would start at half court on the right side. I would run up, catch, dunk, right? Gotta get the ball, full court, going all the way down to the other court. I do like a move or something, snatch, pull up mid range. Boom. I go back. I do another snatch, something. It was like a different variation of the move, another mid range. And you have to go back and down 5 times. And you got to make 5 shots in a row. If you don't, you got to start over.
Ooh. So
And it
you
was
could go
all
for like
on
a half
video.
hour if you're not on, right?
Man, I was so exhausted. I have the video somewhere, but we were there for a minute. And when I finally got it, bro, I fell on the floor. It was so hot in there. Every time I would go in there, I would take my shirt off. It would never help. I would just be sweating, and the sweat from my forehead, it would always get in my eye. I remember this one time. This is a different drill, but I had to make 3 in a row. It was like it was like a dunk, come back. It was like dunk to the block. It was like a move. It was like another move. It sounds easy, but man, it was hard. And I
Man,
had two. I made the two, and the last shot was the easiest shot. So I was like, okay, this is fine. I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna get some water. We're gonna get back to it. The sweat from my forehead, as soon as I went to shoot, got in my eye, and I airball. And I'm kind of like, wow, I could have been done, but we were there for another 15 minutes. I'm just saying that.
Mm.
From what we could have been done in five, it took 20 minutes, and it made me better. So thanks to Team Mill right there.
To get this man a headband too. Ruining the drill. One beat of that's like one evil beat of sweat just hit you and said game over.
shout out to Coach Miller, man. We know those drills are what made you the player you are today. And listeners, you can go follow Bruce. It's at BK Branch 3 on both Twitter and Instagram. Catch him at the Marriott Center in Provo coming up this fall. And of course, representing State 48 forever. Bruce, you gained 2 new fans for life here, man. Keep being a positive example, and we wish you the best of luck at BYU and beyond. Thank you again for coming on with the One Stars, man.
Thank you.
Special thanks again, DK, to Bruce Branch the third and those up at USA Basketball in Colorado Springs, always connecting us with these great athletes, great 5 stars. I got a question for you. You've always heard for years about the Compton Magic and the Oakland Soldiers, all these AAU teams, the Soldiers. A shout out to our guy Cam Quick, who was on this podcast before, a coach with the Oakland Soldiers. I think it might be time for us to start an AAU team, DK. We have a 1 star recruits team. Maybe just get all 1 stars and get beat by 40 and 50 every game. But if we can get in these tournaments like the Peach Jam and some of these other big tournaments on the EYBL, the 1 star recruits AAU team can take this thing by storm. We really just need an NIL guy, a sponsor who can bring in some money to the cause. What do you think? What do you think about that idea?
We need one billionaire and the right head coach, Rip. And we
Ryan
can make it
Smith?
happen.
Is it a conflict of interest? Ryan Smith?
Bring it on, Ryan Smith. No, look, this is all a money game too. All these programs are getting a lot of pushback nowadays for the style and the how do you say this? A lot of these injuries that we're seeing, the ACLs and the bad injuries, Rip, we're saying because it's too much of this stuff, you know. But you also got to do this stuff to get to the next place. It's an interesting time to be a young athlete and decide which direction you want to go. I think Kobe Bryant started this lunatic work ethic scene, and at the end of the day, to be great in any of these sports, the one common denominator all these great people have is that they're going to outwork you pretty much. So I'm not in. I'm out on a 1 star team with you, Rip. I want to win. I want to get W's. We might as well just franchise out the a cold tub and hot tub and a sauna franchise and try to make some money. It's a better use of our time.
Halo therapy? You ever done halo therapy?
You ever done sitting in that sphere of water? Remember that? Does that still exist? Floating? Remember that? Was that was a fad for a while? You just sat in salt water. Got
Treading
me.
water? You talking about treading water?
Treading life, treading for topics on this pod, man. Dude, Monday night. How was that game for you? Was that game as good for you as it was for me?
I'll tell you what, DK, the Knicks fans paid 10 grand on average to see their team lose, which sucks for them. They wasted 10,000 bucks. The
Yes.
90-year-old president of the United States fell asleep in middle of the game. The guy falls asleep everywhere, but you want to say it was boring? That was just game three. All this happened in game three. The Spurs, every game in this series so far, 3 games down, everyone has been won on the road by the road team. The series has really had it all. And don't forget, the Spurs were down 3-2 to Oklahoma City, the defending champs, had to go on the road, win one in Oklahoma City, came back and won game seven at home. But I'm hoping that was the trigger that they needed to get back in this thing. Down 2-1 now. They got one more in New York. If they can tie it up in New York, it's not 2-3-2 anymore. It's 2-2, 1-1-1. So game five is back in San Antonio. Watch out.
Yeah, it does get sweaty if they can get one more. And 10 grand, by the way, those are for upper level corner tickets at Madison Square Garden. To be downstairs, you're in the 15 to $20,000 range, and then courtside we're going 50, 60, 75,000. Yeah, imagine leaving that game after spending two tickets, 150. I mean, I guess there's more money. These are not even, these are social symbols in New York City at this point in time. I don't think the true fans are out, but I was still impressed with the energy inside of the Garden. I still, despite it being, I think people put together some of their life savings mixed with some of the upper class in New York, but the energy was live. I did feel in moments of comebacks and opportunities that the building had the right energy, and I'm really happy for New York. I kind of got the little goosebumps on my arms every time they did the shots of the city and all the colors matched up. There's no better place than Madison Square Garden for basketball. There really isn't. The way it sits in that big city right in the middle, just the way it owns the airspace that it's in. It's got the coolest fucking name. It's a great place. So I enjoyed it. But the Spurs got the W, 115-111. Wemby showed up, masterclass by Wemby. He seemed to be everywhere at the right time with blocks, with just kind of getting in people's bodies and faces and frustrating them a little bit. Some flopping going on. 32 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 blocks. I mean, give him a hand clap. 5-star that man right there. Stephon Castle, big free throws. Huge free throws on top of 23 points. And then this guy, Dylan Harper, just seems to be everywhere. He had a couple of great athletic dunks. He was poking balls. He was moving things away. I think the name of the game for the Spurs was to try to take some of the air out of the building and then push all the time and push on the bigs. Just really, I couldn't keep my eyes off Wembanyama running the floor because he did almost every play, and he was a factor in making something happen next. And then down the stretch, Mike Brown's guy, De'Aaron Fox, Sacramento King, hitting big shots. That's kind of why you get these veterans in there. Good shit. I'm ready for a series. I would have liked to see New York explode because I love this. I love seeing New York be great when the sports team is great. I don't know why. I think that's just Americana. Could be something since 9/11. It makes me feel goddamn good. But I'm also very in tune with this Spurs team and Victor Wembanyama and this thing getting back to 2-2. Rip, like you said, that would be amazing to go down to a little best of 3 series and then roll right into the World Cup. Come on, please give it to me, man.
I've hated the Spurs team my entire adult life. They've been the nemesis of the Suns for the last 20 years. They've won like 5 championships with Duncan and Robinson. But I can't take the Knicks, DK. Jalen Brunson is an ugly, ugly man. I can't. I usually root for the ugly guys, but I cannot. I can't stand him. Landry
Why
Shamet,
ugly? His hair, his head size, his body type. What
everything?
ugly?
His face, his head, and he's a great player, and he's humble. But I just can't stand him. I can't stand Landry Shamet's face. I want to punch it so hard. He has the most punchable face in the NBA.
Face.
And he's just good for a few big threes a season, but then he misses like 80 in a row. I can't take that guy.
Yep.
Even Mikal Bridges, who was amazing with the Suns, I'm starting to hate him for some reason. Karl Anthony Towns, I can go an entire podcast of why he's soft, and I hate that guy, and he has no respect from his peers in the NBA. But I am rooting so hard for the Spurs, and I've hated them my entire adult life. It's very polarizing.
Mm-hmm. Me too, bro. I say ever since Sean Elliott and David Robinson, just I I've had hate for them just like I hate the Utah Jazz for a long time. It's funny that I've just gave so much love to the Utah Jazz owner because they're on my top 10 NBA hate list. Same with the Spurs. Turning around a little bit. I don't love the Knicks as individuals. In fact, as you just listed them off, I totally was shaking my head agreeing with everything that you were saying. I feel the same way about each player. As a team, though, it works. It works. I don't know why. It works. I think it's bigger than that. It's for the damn city. But good. So tonight, Wednesday, game 4. Keep the lights on at the Garden. 2-2 would be amazing. 3-1 would be interesting. Let's hope just everybody stays healthy and it keeps being good basketball. Were you shocked by anybody in the crowd, Rip? Anybody sitting front row that shocked you? The San Francisco, the San Antonio Tatas, which we talked about last weekend. I got to the bottom of that, by the way. Did you hear about this?
No, I haven't even seen them. Have they showed them? Did they show them in games
They
1 and 2?
they're going to stop coming to games. That was a strategic move. Both of them are actually OnlyFans stars, starlets.
They make like 9 million a month on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans starlets there, and they thought that it would be a good idea to find the best seats where the camera hits the most. So they asked AI, and AI said, sitting behind the head coach of the Spurs, the camera goes there that many times. So they strategically planned that, Rip. They will not be back, though. I guess they've been receiving threats. What a country.
Maybe they got priced out of the final. I'll tell you what, these OnlyFans women talent, Steph Me, 1-star recruit alum, they're marketing geniuses.
Geniuses.
They fly airplanes with signs with promoting their OnlyFans and make the money back in like 5 minutes. These women are geniuses, but maybe they got priced out of the NBA Finals. Who knows?
No, I think they got scared out of it. They were getting threats, Rip. People were threatening them. Probably these New York fans, these lunatics in New York, trying to do everything to get some kind of edge.
So instead, we get to look at another ugly, successful man, Ben Stiller, in the front row. We get to show him 50 times tonight. We get to stare at that guy all night.
Yeah, they showed him a good amount of times. Bloomberg almost got killed. Alvarado took him out on a loose ball. He's pretty old, man. It's very risky to sit front row. He acted cool, but we'll probably see reports tomorrow. A couple of broken ribs for Bloomberg. $50,000 per seat, man. That's crazy. I hope they're getting a Joe's slice of pizza on their way back to their townhouse. Great night, though. Nevertheless, a great night. Good shit. I like it when the NBA Finals are in a good spot with just interesting storylines and teams. And this one's speaking to me, and it sounds like it's speaking to you too, Rip. Onward and upward, man. 1-star moments of the week. Go ahead, lead us off.
Just in a random sequence of events, DK, my 1-star moment of the week, I think tonight is the 7th or 8th night in a row that I've had an alcoholic beverage. Usually I'm good for like a beer every few days or here and there, 1 or 2. My wife made a crazy tequila concoction with blended strawberries last night, so I wasn't saying no to that. But yeah, I think 7th or 8th day in a row of drinking. I guess 1-star moment of the week. I mean, it feels good, but it's also kind of weird to have a drink 7 or 8 days in a row. I haven't been drunk in a week. I've been drinking in moderation for 7 straight days. So I don't know how long this streak's going to stay alive, but it feels weird, but it also doesn't feel bad. So I guess 1-star moment of the week, maybe wreck of the week. I have no idea.
It's not alcoholic status. I think it's all Gucci, especially if it's kind of like a sweet treat. I figure I'm out on a 5-day nightly binge of a sweet treat. So if you want to compare some good and plenties, a couple C's candies and some dots and then some Reese's Pieces. I think I'm on a 5-day binge myself, Rip. So let it rip, man. Let your freak flag fly.
I'll tell you what, though, we're 90 days out from Laughlin for our draft trip. So if I keep that thing going from now to then, I'll be on a 98-day streak heading into Laughlin.
Do that and some psyllium husk so you can take a longer deuce than comedian Adam Lamb. You might get MVP. You might get it, Rip, this year. I know you've been fighting for it for a long time. 1-star moment of the week for me. My kid, DK Jr., has been sick. We got his first 1-star curse, man. We cursed the USA basketball team in Leon, Mexico. We went ahead and cursed my kid. We talked about it a couple weeks ago about your kid's getting sick all the time growing up. I said we haven't been sick yet. Well, guess what? The Rosiolo virus came through my house, got my sweet baby, 5 days of temperatures, a rash. We panicked in day 4. We panicked and did the Kaiser Permanente urgent care run, which was it reminds me a lot of having pets. Early on with pets, you panic a little bit more, a couple more vet trips than you do after years 7 plus, I would say, maybe even 5 plus. You give it a couple more days before you decide to go to the vet. We're there. New parents, though, we're allowed to have a couple freak outs and take the kid to the damn hospital just to see what's going on. Turns out just has a virus. His little immune system's fighting back. He's going for it. So the tech who comes in to do the whatever, see what's going on with DK Jr. is wearing full Adidas outfit. I am wearing full Nike outfit.
Visvim? No Visvim?
No, I didn't put my Visvims on. I didn't want to flex that hard. I wanted to get good service at the hospital. So I just put on a pair of, well, here's my 1-star moment. You got in front of it, Rip. I'm in full Nike sweatshirt, Nike pants. Guess what I got on my feet? Some Adidas. I'm that guy. I'm matched up with my Nike and my Adidas. He's head to toe in Nike, a Mexican dude. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to make fun of myself. See, I always think I'm a comedian in stressful situations. So I'm like, not Adidas, huh? Looks like I'm on team Nike over here, minus on the bottom. So I said 1-star, pretty 1-star. He got a good laugh. Here's my 1-star moment that he opened up for. He said, yeah, I wear Adidas because I'm a big Mexico World Cup fan, and I'm looking forward to it. I said, oh, this is my opportunity to talk World Cup with somebody. I haven't had any real live World Cup ammo to hit yet. So I said, first thing out of my mouth, I said, oh, that's cool. I think Egypt is practicing here at Portland State. He looked at me, he said, no, that's Jordan. Swing and a miss, first one. Oh, I said, oh, that's cool. You going to any Mexico games? He said, no. I said, oh, yeah, I wanted to go, but I'm probably not going to be able to get up to Seattle. Nope, not playing. He said, oh, they're not playing in Seattle. All their games are in Mexico. 0 for 2.
My.
He has no respect for me. I'm wearing Nikes and Nike gear and Adidas shoes, and then I'm pulling bad facts from. I wanted to pull out my phone and look up like something quick on AI to get him back, but he left the room, and I was embarrassed. And my wife said, "Why did you keep going?" She said, "You should have just let it go after the first swing and a miss." So your boy is not tight on his World Cup fucking shit, Rip.
I mean,
sad moment for all of us. I got to tighten it up. I tightened it up a little bit. There was some interesting stuff I learned after we left the hospital. We went to get some Mexican food because in honor of this dude, my wife wanted actually to just go get some enchiladas. So I was down. I hopped on AI. Truth of the matter, Jordan here in Portland State, which is interesting. All these teams are practicing in different areas and they play like these weird sub communities right now. They're here in your backyard. Do you know this?
No, I did not.
So like the Kansas City has Argentina practicing at the Sporting KC Training Center. England's there at just like a local, it's called the Swoop Soccer Village and Facility. The Netherlands is right there in KC. They got a bunch of them. Cali, though, Rip, your neck of the woods. Let's see. Australia is in Oakland. Qatar and Austria are practicing right now in Santa Barbara. Go check it out. So right here by me in Portland, we have Jordan literally practicing fucking 1.5 miles east of me here. And all these interesting little teams. Spokane has fucking Germany. France is in Boston. Portugal is in Palm Beach. So I thought that was interesting. If I could have another go at my 1-star moment, I would have came with like a funner fact like that. I just really fucking swang and missed.
The fun fact is that all you have to drop after your 1-star joke that your shoes are 1-star. Hey, speaking of 1-star, I have a podcast called 1-Star Recruits. You ever heard of Giorgio Chiellini, the Italian superstar? Played 2 World Cups?
He wouldn't have known though. He was pure Mexico. He was not familiar with Premier League or Italians, and Italians are not relevant. They didn't even make the fucking tournament.
Everyone knows Giorgio. Come on, DK.
You know what? It is a fun fact about Iraq. So Iraq decided to come They went to the most interesting place. They went to fucking It's White Sulphur Springs in West Virginia. It's basically in the deep in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains. It's not even a soccer facility. So I thought that was an interesting choice there. We'll see how it goes. I'm starting to get a little bit more fired up for World Cup. So I'm testing my vocals, I'm text I'm testing my talking with it, Rip, so I can come better so I don't sound like a Johnny come lately next week when I'm trying to talk about all this fucking soccer action going on.
Well, not surprising that you embarrassed yourself in front of another doctor. You have a habit of doing that.
Man, I did. I did. It was a tough go. I gotta be better at trying to not be a stand-up comedian in doctor settings, dentist, doctor, hospitals. It's like my body kicks into gear and it's terrible and they never hit and I only embarrass myself and my wifey.
I'll tell you what, though, you mentioned that I remember those days well. The one star panicking and going to urgent care like for no reason. When you texted me that temperature the other day, 103.9, I
Mm.
think you waited way too long. I would have had him there at 98.8. I don't. I mean, you waited till 103.9 till you took him to
Well, there's a
Kaiser.
prime example of Rip's a helicopter parent. Your boy DK Jr. treat him like a second kid, Rip. We're gonna let him go to 105. Actually, we were told you can let him go to 105 before you got to go to the hospital.
Check
So
his pulse. Jesus.
we were chilling, ready to go. It's these new infections, dude. They have a quick spike in temperature, and then the temp goes away pretty fast, and then this fucking rash develops. And one of many, man, they're gonna keep coming. I gotta get more accepting what they're gonna keep on coming. The thing that shook me up the most about baby sickness is that you get a full personality change. This happy-go-lucky little dude with just amazing energy all of a sudden become a cry, whiny, different baby. So that trips me out a lot. I was nervous. I was like, damn, if this sucks his personality out, it's the best thing DK Jr. has going for him right now. I'm gonna be furious. Luckily, I'm happy to report back. Personality has made a strong comeback as of tonight. He was watching Wemby get W's. He came back from the dead. He was back ready to party, ready to eat leaves and throw books off the table. Top activity.
What's your recommendation of the week? Amoxicillin?
One star rec of the week for me is I don't know if all men feel this way, and especially in their 40s. It started really hitting for me when I moved back to the mainland from Hawaii. Might fall in my top three most fulfilling feelings ever. It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Happy Trash Day is what that means to me. I'm not sure what Trash Day is in everybody else's neck of the woods, Rip. I hope you're a Wednesday Trash Day. Are you? That's the most common Trash Day.
Tuesday for life.
Oh, you're a Tuesdayer. Well, Tuesday's pretty good too, but Wednesday trash day. So, when a couple things about trash day. Having a full trash is kind of stressful. I don't know where it falls in my level of stress, but if I know that I'm going in because my trash is in my garage, it's not outside. So I know if I'm putting a overflowing additional trash in there, it's stressful. I also don't want the embarrassment of putting my trash in my front yard and having the spillover effect so that my garbage man does not pick it up and they leave it there. Sometimes they'll goose you like that, whatever. But also trash day, if you knock it out of the park, it's it's a new beginning. It's like a fresh start of the week. There's nothing better than getting a full trash bag, fucking trash can, top to the top, maybe pushing it down a little bit, putting it out there, get the fuck out of my life type situation. Just get out of here. Get out of my life. I don't ever want to see you trash. There's something fulfilling about coming back, it being empty, putting it back in the garage. I don't know if that's me, Rip. I don't know if it is. I also really enjoy like taking a big trash out of this is man shit. This is man talk. This is man responsibilities. Taking the trash can out of the kitchen when it's full, like full of nasty trash, pulling it up, giving it a good spin. I give it a whole body spin with my hands, like a ball sack bag, just give it a good spin. Slap a tie on top. Usually I struggle with tying it. Usually I'll miss like the knot like 2 to 3 times. So 1 out of 3 bags going without a knot. But if I knock it out, I get a good knot and then I lay it horizontal. So I go horizontal, and then Tetris back. And then I crisscross them going up when I have a nice one. And then I intermingle the poo diapers from the baby inside of it. It's an art form, Rip. When I do it right, when I do it wrong, I literally feel more stressed. When I do it right, I feel amazing. And it feels like a new, when it gets taken, it's taking a shit, popping a pimple, a couple physical things in this world, but getting a full trash can taken out. Sometimes you got to do some maneuvers with the trash. I've been known to go out in the middle of the night and have two bags that aren't fitting and go find space in my neighbors. Even walking over some more houses, if theirs is full, finding some extra space in theirs, getting it in there. Just get that extra bag out of there. I don't want to be starting the week with fucking sandbagging on one bag of trash. It's going to screw up, mess up my whole damn flow. I'm probably speaking out of my ass right now on this wreck. If you feel me though, you know what I'm talking about. Just trash day fulfillment. I recommend you take it a little bit more seriously. I mean, Rip, are you a twist and tie guy? Are you a horizontal stacker or a vertical stacker?
Light up the comments. It's a very controversial topic. Yeah, no, I've become an expert at tying the trash bags, the kitchen trash bags from Costco. Double knot it, and it's in there for good. Nothing's falling out.
You got the scented bags when you put the new one in? You get a nice scented one, or you do the
Unscented,
unscented?
no, unscented. Bad for the environment. The scented ones, bad, unscented are bad, but scented are worse.
It does feel great after you give that unscented though give it a big fluff and get it in there and know that you're good for like 4 days. Come on, how good does that feel?
It's funny when you're a kid, you have no idea. You just think trash happens every week, whatever. You like the trash truck, but then when you're an adult, you realize like, holy shit, I pay for trash services. Like you never know that as a kid. I remember my dad growing up used to just like shove random things in the trash can. Would never let it a Wednesday go by if it wasn't overflowing. And he did it because he's frugal like me to get his money's worth. And I had no idea why. I'm like, Dad, why are you just throwing out random stuff? Like, but he was trying to fill that up to get his money's worth. But you never realize as a kid you actually pay. I think we pay like $60 a month for trash. It's kind of crazy.
It's serious business. And if you miss, your whole life's fucked up. If you miss, which very rarely happens to me, but it used to in my younger years, your whole week's messed up. Everything's nothing. You're putting stuff in the compost. You're trying to remember in your head. You're trying to do an Excel spreadsheet of which bags you have in the recycling, which ones you have in the compost. It messes everything up. So don't miss your trash day. Knock it out of the park, man. 10 years going strong on the trash. I love it when I do it right. There's my 1-star rec. Tighten up your trash game if you're not doing it right.
DK Jr. waving at the trash truck drivers every Wednesday who makes more money than his parents combined. The trash truck drivers are millionaires.
It's a great job, man. Robots are going to take it though. Stay alert for those robots. What's your rec, Rip?
My reg of the week, DK, is been another. I got another Netflix for you. It's been a minute, but I've been back on the Netflix train, watching a 4-part documentary about everyone's favorite wrestler from the 1980s, 1990s, Hulk Hogan, Real American on Netflix. You seen this thing? Yes or no?
Nope, but I heard about it. Terry Bolsa, what's his real name?
Terry Bollea, he's a very controversial person, but when I was a kid, I had no idea about anything other than he was an icon. He was on TV every week. I had his action figures. I had the bandanas, the Hulkamania. I did the impersonation. It's amazing to look back because when I was growing up in those years, it was my obsession. It was my Roblox for kids today. Wrestling, the WWF. I probably have somewhere in my attic. I have 100 WWF magazines. I was at Saturday night's main event at Veterans Memorial Coliseum. It was my life for about 8 or 9 years. And looking back on all the stuff behind the scenes that happened, so they got really good footage of him versus Andre the Giant and all these extras that you had no idea about. But now that I'm an adult and looking back on it, it's really cool to kind of see what was actually going on behind the scenes then. So it kind of helped me. It's kind of therapeutic because, there's a point in every kid's life where you realize that wrestling's fake. Earmuffs, kids, listen to 1-Star Recruits. So it's not real, but you grow up thinking it's real, and then it hits you like a ton of bricks that, holy shit, I've been watching this fake acting for 10 years now, and it took me a while to catch on. But now going into this documentary, knowing all that, and you see kind of what goes into all of those shows and how good of an actor this guy was, it's really cool to see. So Hulk Hogan, Real American on Netflix, 4-part series. It cost you about 4 hours, but really good show.
Check it out, Ripple. Check it out. Didn't Vince McMahon want Hulk Hogan to be an Irish character? That's why they went Hogan, right? He needed an Irish character, and it turned into this American superstar.
Possibly. I might have been drunk. I might have been drinking during. I might have been.
You
going
might
to
have
get
been
another
interested
beer
in one of your
during
strawberry cocktails. Well, Terry gave his brother a little bit of money, and he went out and used it to buy drugs, which he overdosed and died from. Terribly
That's a
sad
fact.
story.
That's a fact. Yep.
That's a fact, man. Sad shit. Tough life for the Hulk. Rest in peace, man. Rips Reacts. Hit the music. All right, we'll do some reactions and see if you can answer some questions about the World Cup. We're going to keep it going. Since I fucked it up, I figure we might as well keep it going and let Rip make some mistakes here. There's a bit of a stadium identity crisis going on here, so let's see if you know what's going on. There's very strict rules for the World Cup about corporate stadium names during the tournament. So some of the iconic venues like SoFi in your neck of the woods, MetLife in New Jersey, they're being forced to strip away and can't use those famous signs and names. They're going to have to pull them off the stadiums. What generic, uninspired name will MetLife Stadium officially go by for the next few weeks, Rip? This is true. What's your guess?
I'm saying New York Stadium.
Dude, fucking close. New York, New Jersey Stadium. There you go. You creative assholes. There you go. Unbelievable. We have 2026 expansion allows more countries to play than ever before. So leading into this underdog story that we have going on, we love underdog stories on the One Stars. What tiny Caribbean island nation? Remember, Italy did not make this tournament, folks. What tiny Caribbean island nation with a total population of just 156,000 people defied the odds to qualify for their first ever World Cup this year?
It's Barbados. I'm rooting hard for them.
Curacao. How do you say that?
Curacao. Andrew Jones, home of Andrew Jones.
Damn, nice, Rip. Curacao, right off the tip. You been there?
No, but they're in the Little League World Series every damn year. Curacao.
Best baseball players ever. Now they're playing football and the guys with the World Cup. Well, while Giorgio's team, the Italianos, are sitting at home, it's unbelievably embarrassing going on. Curacao. Check them out. Go ahead and get your bets in for Curacao. Winston, pull up those odds so Rip can get some money out. Make some money for his Sun Devils, Rip. There's a massive tech upgrade that everybody will be talking about at this year's tournament. There's going to be AI tracking cameras being used in real time, and there will be a 1-to-1 virtual twin of every single player on the pitch. What are they calling these digital masterpieces that you're going to get so familiar with over the next week?
New York AIs. I have no idea.
Yes, pretty damn close. The uninspiring and boring ass FIFA naming committee who named the New York, New Jersey Stadium is going with 3D digital avatars as these. But keep your eyes open for the tournament. A lot of people will be watching these because it's kind of hard to see what's going on with soccer, Rip. All the time. For us who don't see it clearly, okay? It's like newbies watching hockey or something. You don't see it clearly. So we'll be watching for these 3D digital avatars to grab our attention. God, what? Americans, we're the laziest of them all. We're the best, though, here, man. I'm telling you, Rip, this dude, Bruce Branch III, I think he's going to go top 3 in 2027. This is going to be the stereotypical next phase of what a basketball player should be physically and mentally. So you got another one, man. I give you a round of applause for continuing to bring guests on this show. I know people love family episodes with me and you, Rip, but this tickles your pickle a little bit more to get a guest on. And I love getting these dudes on early, man. So I appreciate you.
Hey, we got more importantly than my 8-day drinking streak, we got two weeks in a row with an episode, DK. 2 in a row. We're on a streak. Start a streak.
It's fun. That's fun. We'll keep it going, man. NBA Finals rolls on. World Cup kicks off. I don't know what's happening in baseball. Las Vegas Golden Knights. I hear they're going to take it all. We're going to talk about that next week, though, because we've been sleeping on it. It's time to bring that back in here, man. Wemby, keep the masterclass going, man. Spurs in 6. Late.
See you next week.